Kenne Anthony isn't just the son of NBA legend Carmelo Anthony. He's stepping out of his father's shadow and establishing himself as a rising basketball star in his own right. Born into a basketball dynasty, Ken has the weight of expectations on his shoulders. But rather than shy away from the pressure, he's embraced it, showing the world that he's ready to make a name for himself on the court. With his smooth game, sharp basketball IQ, and relentless work ethic, Ken's not just following in his father's footsteps, he's paving a path all his own. The birth of a new superstar, Kenne Anthony's journey into basketball greatness began in New York City, where his father, Carmelo, was already an icon. The elder Anthony had dominated in the NBA for years, leading the New York Knicks to some of their most competitive seasons, including a 54-win campaign in 2013. While Carmelo's career didn't culminate in an NBA championship, his impact on the game, especially in New York, was undeniable. Ken was always surrounded by the game of basketball, and although he was born in 2007, his story is just beginning to unfold. The influence of a legend. As the son of a 10-time NBA All-Star, expectations for Ken are sky-high. But rather than letting the pressure define him, Ken has flourished under the guidance of his father. Carmelo, though retired, is heavily involved in Ken's development, offering support and advice at every turn. Melo's influence is clear in Ken's game. The same sharp decision-making, clutch scoring ability, and leadership that defined Melo's career are present in Ken's play. But it's not just about what Carmelo taught Ken, it's about how he let his son find his own way. Melo has always emphasized that Ken should choose his own path. If he wanted to pursue basketball, his father would be there to help him every step of the way. This freedom allowed Ken to grow into a player in his own right, rather than just being the son of Melo. A legacy in the making. Before Melo became a household name in the NBA, he was already a college basketball legend. At Syracuse University, he led the team to its first ever NCAA championship in 2003, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest college players of all time. His dominance on the court and his ability to take over games earned him the Most Outstanding Player award during the Final Four, a performance that still echoes in the memories of Syracuse fans. As Ken grew up, he couldn't escape the shadow of his father's legacy. However, instead of seeing it as a burden, Ken embraced the opportunity to build his own legacy. In 2021, he enrolled at Christ the King High School in Queens, a school with a rich basketball history. But in 2023, Ken made a surprising move, transferring to Long Island Lutheran High School. This change allowed him to elevate his game even further, setting the stage for his next steps. His decision to commit to Syracuse University, a school with deep ties to his father's legacy, was a significant moment in his career, marking the next chapter in his basketball journey. A rising star. At just 17 years old, Kenne Anthony is already making waves in high school basketball, ranking as the #1 player in New York and among the top 40 nationally for the class of 2025. His impressive performances in the IBL circuit, including a 28-point, 6-rebound, 3-steal game against Team Final, have shown that Ken is more than ready for the big stage. His game is characterized by finesse, craftiness, and a high basketball IQ, making him a nightmare for defenders. Whether it's draining contested jumpers, finishing at the rim, or making smart decisions in the pick and roll, Ken has the tools to succeed at the highest levels. What's next for Kenne Anthony? As Ken prepares for his college career at Syracuse, he'll face even tougher competition. But with the support of his father and his growing skill set, Ken's potential is limitless. He's currently ranked in the top 50 nationally, and his stock is only rising. While Ken hasn't ruled out the NBA, his focus is squarely on continuing to improve and help Syracuse build on its basketball legacy. The question remains, can Ken surpass his father's legendary career, or will he carve out his own unique path? One thing is for sure, Kenne Anthony is a name you'll be hearing a lot more of in the coming years. Whether he brings a championship to Syracuse, follows in his father's footsteps to the NBA, or even creates a legacy that outshines Carmelo's, the future of basketball looks bright with Ken leading the charge. As we continue to watch this young phenom's rise, one thing is certain. Kenne Anthony is more than just Carmelo's son. He's a force to be reckoned with in his own right. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.